In today's video, I'm going to run you through exactly how you can never, ever again run out of content ideas for your coaching business, even if you freeze up, even if you hate filming content, if you hate being on camera. I'm going to run you through exactly how you can avoid that so you can do a couple things. I'm going to share my screen, I'm going to talk you through a few ideas and actually have everything kind of bullet pointed here from a strategy, from a system that we've used for clients to help them build, grow, scale their coaching businesses to their first 3, 4, 5K per month fully online with their coaching business. Firstly, just to give you some context, this system works so well because I actually built it as a massive introvert who genuinely hated being on camera, genuinely hated filming content like this, felt like very unconfident, very anxious. I froze up a lot. So I built a system in mind with me in mind, and it works absolutely wonders. I'm going to run you through exactly how you can implement that to grow, scale, and get leads for your coaching business. So let's dive into it. So one of the biggest reasons, first and foremost, coaches freeze up and actually struggle with content is because they are trying to create content. We shouldn't be creating if we struggle with ideas. We should be documenting. That's the first thing that we need to keep in mind. The second thing is coaches make it all about the worst case scenario. Like, what is this person going to say about me because I'm creating this content? I'm going to freeze up and they're going to judge me, or I'm going to look stupid. Like, they're making it all about the worst case scenario. And even maybe worse than all of this combined is they're making it about themselves and not about who they want to help. All of these, not about who they want to help. All of these reasons are why coaches often end up freezing up on camera. They get stuck, they feel like they can't grow, they can't drive their business forward, and they don't know what kind of content to be creating. I'll run you through exactly how to fix that in this video for free. So the first thing we need to keep in mind is most coaches get stuck because, like I say to you, they're trying to create content constantly. They're always trying to think of new ideas, new angles, new topics to create. But in theory, content should not be that, because when you're constantly trying to come up with new ideas, spoiler alert, it's physically impossible to do that, because your coaching business, if you're coaching people for fat loss or weight loss or muscle gain or whatever it might be, there's core fundamentals. You can't make things up. You can't just create a new pillar of content or new scientific approach to weight loss. You're going to have to talk about some kind of, if your offer is fitness, you're going to have to talk to an element about training, about nutrition, probably mindset. Those are going to be the three big things you're going to have to talk about if you want to get leads and you want to actually help them with your coaching business. So what you don't want to be doing is trying to reinvent the wheel with your content. And I had this massive realization and revelation as well with when I was coaching clients to grow their business, because like I've helped hundreds of coaches, and I wondered what's the outliers. I've helped coaches. Some coaches have done extremely well, like even better than the 3 to 5K mark. Some coaches have done 40K, 50K per month within their business. And I've just been thinking, like, what do they do? What do those guys do? What are the guys that do 40K, 50K? Like, I wonder, like, are they just doing different content? Are they posting more? Just thinking about it one night. And I just looked through, and the biggest realization is how consistent they are to their pillars. Like, if you're just talking about the pillars that generally help in your audience, it's almost physically impossible that over a long enough period you're not going to get clients and you're not going to drive your business forward. So don't try and reinvent the wheel, and almost do what this guy here is doing in my hopefully great animation from ChatGPT. Is these things, right? You want to be collecting. So what you want to be doing is collecting. I'll just do it here. I'll show you. If you want to be you want to be collecting. So what you want to be doing with your content is just collecting topics, collecting conversations, right? You want to be collecting things that people are telling you on sales calls, on discovery calls, really be collecting information. What are the struggles that people are giving you? What are their goals? Why do they want to achieve it? Collect that information. Once you collect it, the next thing you want to do is categorize it. So after you've collected it, you want to categorize all of this information into pillars. So every great coaching business, and with the clients we work with, they have 3 pillars of their content, and it's categorized. 3 core things they stand for and 3 core things they talk about. That could be training, it could be nutrition, it could be, the third one could be self-belief or confidence or mindset, anything like that. Like 3 core pillars, and your educational content, your problem-solving content should fall into one of these 3 pillars every single time. You shouldn't be trying to over-educate, or shouldn't be trying to learn or educate your audience outside of your core pillars, because what that's going to do is it's going to cause confusion and people are just going to switch off. So that's why categorizing your content is super important. The third thing is convert, and what I mean by convert is just convert your content into convert your ideas here into actual content. So if you have an idea which is how to not go over your calories on a weekend, if you have this idea, you could turn this content into a talking video like this. You could turn it into a carousel post, which is like slide, and there's different bits of value on each post. And the third type could be a 5-second video with some text over the top, super value driven. The fourth type of content could just be a picture of you, long caption at the bottom. So that's one bit of content could be recreated in 4 different ways, right? This is why that strategy can work super well. And then from there, you don't have to just be tied into just doing one bit of content. You can go deeper and you can add different perspectives, different stories from every bit of content, right? That's the first thing. Here's some ideas in terms of how you can actually get content. One of the very best ways you can get content is just to listen and pay attention to what people are telling you in conversation. So this is a fantastic example here. So every time you have a sales call, every time you speak to someone in your DMs, every time someone leaves a comment, every time you hear something in the news, every time even you go in the shop and you overhear a conversation, have your notes open on your phone and ready, and record and listen to what people are saying. Obviously, listen to what people you want to work with are saying and make notes of those conversations, make notes of what these people are saying, because this is going to be your very best ideas for content. Like realistically, all I ever do with my YouTube here, guys, is I just listen. I listen to what my clients are saying. I listen to what potential clients are saying. I listen to what people are doing wrong in their messaging, or other coaching programs or mentoring programs are doing wrong. I listen to all of this stuff, and then I'm saying, okay, how can I give my intake, and how can I make it specific, and how can I solve a problem? That's really the biggest thing you should be doing when it comes to getting your content ideas. And if you hate filming content, here's a few simple pillars you can take to take yourself from hating filming video content to transitioning to get more confident. So here's some really, really simple ideas. I've touched on these already, but the very first thing you can do is just not film content. It sounds counterintuitive, but you can get clients just by posting carousels to start off with. So carousel post, picture of you in the first one, this with a bit of text. You know, if you struggle to, I'm going to stick with this example. It's not the best, but hear me out. If you're worried that you're going to go over your calories over the weekend, here's what to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3. People slide along and they can kind of consume more information. That's the very first way you can do it. A second way, and this is how I would almost do it step by step to get more confident. The second step for this would be step 1. If you want to get more confident in front of filming content, step 2 would be to do B-roll content. So this content could be you training in the gym, you working on your laptop, speaking to someone, whatever, like any video. And the next thing you can do is just film that video. You're not necessarily teaching or educating, and then as you do that, you can just go on CapCut, any editing app, and just put a voiceover over the top so people just hear your voice and see captions. It could be exactly the same content. It could be, if you struggle with this, here's how I would fix it. If you struggle with knowing how to do your Romanian deadlifts, here's how I would do it instead. Very valuable and also very simple to do as you get more and more out there and you get more confident. Step 3 from this would be your Instagram stories. Here is when I would actually start doing video content. And your Instagram story is a fantastic tool to do video content, because the reason they're fantastic is because they expire after 24 hours. So you can literally just take your phone, film something random, something you going for a walk and talking, a thought, whatever it might be, and you just share your thoughts. The reason that works so well is Instagram stories are supposed to be more relaxed. They're supposed to be more casual. They're not supposed to be over edited. They're not supposed to be over the top perfect. So when you land that story in there and you're talking and you're giving value, people aren't going to think too much into it, because, you know, that bit of content is something that's not supposed to be perfect, and it works really well for that reason on Instagram stories. Also, the last thing you can do is post two-way content. So grab a friend, grab your girlfriend, your partner, whoever it might be, and film two-way content. So you could literally have, for example, them ask you a question, so people tend to be your ideal client. They ask you a question, you answer it. You can speak directly to them, so you're not necessarily looking at the camera to start off with. Build the confidence, build the self-belief, get yourself out there, work on that, and you'll get better. The point with all of this here is, like, the biggest thing here is, even if you hate filming content, and you just feel anxious, you don't really like it, all of these stuff, you're still going to have to put yourself out there. You're still slowly going to have to improve. It's physically impossible that there's any other way around it. So to get better, just like you would in the gym, it's a muscle. You need to train it and progressively overload it. If you progressively overload from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, you know, over time you're just going to get better. But just get comfortable doing these reps, doing that work, and it'll get easier. That's the biggest stuff in terms of how I would get better with improving your your confidence on camera, improving your content, and never again running out of content ideas. Now, if you want me to structure all of this into a hyper-specific roadmap for you to grow and build your online coaching business over the next 6 months, we can work together one-to-one to do that. To grow your coaching business, it's one-to-one. You get my number. We jump on calls. I literally custom build your entire content strategy, your stories, your selling, your frameworks, to guarantee you hit your first 5K a month fully online within your coaching business over the next 6 months. If you want to find out exactly how you can work with me, book a call. You can book a call down below of this video. It's free. You speak to me one-to-one. I can run you through that, and that way you guarantee the growth of your coaching business, as long as you implement the steps we discussed in the call. If you find this content helpful and you'll see more, make sure to hit subscribe, and be posting more content for you on here.